What up, YouTube? We're back. You know what I'm saying? We're back. Fortunately, I wasn't able to catch any of the games that happened over the weekend, which was the Nuggets and Timberwolves, which I'm highly upset. Didn't catch the Cavs and Magic Game 7. Highly upset about that one also. I forgot who else played. It might have been Cavs and Magic Game 6. I also didn't catch that one, which got me highly upset. But obviously, we know as of yesterday, with the Cavs winning the matchup, even though I had Magic in 7. Sad about that too. The second round is set. So what am I here to do? I'm here. You're here. I'm going to give you my predictions. And if you don't like them, there's nothing you can really do about it. But I would like to hear your opinion. You could comment. Comment. You could do a lot of things to interact with the YouTube. But let me stop being retarded. So, first series I'm gonna talk about is gonna be the Celtics versus Cavs. Now, as we know, the Celtics had one of the most embarrassing losses to the Cavs this season. I think it was a 27-point game, something around there. Because Dean Wade became Kobe Bean Bryant, if you don't know. That's Bean. That's Bean right there. But honestly, with this series, I do think with Porzingis out, it will be a factor. Now, I don't know the health about Jared Allen. He has missed, I think, the last 3 games for the Cavs in this Magic series. I don't know if he'll be starting by game 1. I don't know if he'll be back. I don't know if he's going to be still on the sideline because I haven't really paid attention to his injury that much. But that's also going to be a huge factor because as the Celtics are missing out theirs, Cavs are missing out theirs. Now, but the thing is with the difference between the Cavs and Celtics is the Cavs will probably be small. If you want, they'd be small. I don't know if you'd call them small because I don't think they'll slide another big man into the starting lineup. I think they'll just slide Evan Mobley down. I think that's what they're doing the entire series. If they haven't, I'm sorry, but I think they're gonna slide Evan Mobley down, and we're just gonna keep our same 5, which I think is better for our advantage, in my opinion, because I don't really think the guards, I should say, for the Cavs can guard, which sucks because I don't think Darius Garland's really that good of a defender. Max Strus, he's good unless you have him on like a shifty guard, like a Kyrie Irving, which we don't have, so I think that'll be fine with their matchups. But I think the bench scoring for the Celtics is going to have to play a huge factor because, again, the Cavs have one of the best bench scorers in the league with Karis LeVert. I do think the bench is going to have to be effective for us to even win this series. So Payton Pritchard and Sam Hauser, I think, are going to have to be on their shit. And then I think the main thing about the Boston and the main game plan they should really have in the series is slow down Donovan Mitchell. We just seen Game 6 where he scored 50 and lost because he outscored his whole team. And then he's basically been frying the Magic the entire playoff series. I don't know how much he's averaged. I'm tight. I didn't grab my laptop. I would have searched it up, but I don't know how much he was averaging in the series, but it has to be somewhere near 30. And I do think that the main game plan is going to be slow down him. But with that being said, my prediction for this round, for this game, is going to be Celtics in 6. Now, you're probably like, oh, why is it not Celtics in 7? You're missing Porzingis. That's your 3rd best player, And your bench is not that deep, But, yeah. I just don't think they still have enough firepower to compete with us. Not compete, because I can see this going 7 games. Let me not act like this is going to be a free breeze to the second round. But I do think they compete. I do think we ended in 6 or 7, though. I don't think Darius Garland has been playing very slow. He hasn't been playing as good. And then same with Evan Mobley. He hasn't really been too consistent. Unless on the defensive end. On the defensive end, he's been very consistent. But on the offense, it's iffy. But that's my prediction for that round. Next, we have the Knicks and Pacers. Now this series is going to be like another great series like the Knicks and 76ers. I really like the series. They're both fast-paced teams. They both like they both like to get out and run, which I really like. They have two fantastic point guards. I would say two fantastic power forwards, but Julius Randle is out. So can't really say that. But I would like to say these two teams are well balanced, I would say. You have the point guard, the two great point guards in Tyrese and Thing. Your shooting guards, they're down to get like in the mud. Like they will take the best player and like not give them hell, but make them work for the bucket. And Dante and Andrew Nembhard. Small forward, the same thing. They're fine getting in the mud. They hit the threes. They'll guard your best player, Aaron Naismith and OG. Power forward, Josh Hart again. That's Josh Barkley if you ain't know. If you're new, that's Josh Barkley. Josh Barkley, he grabs rebounds, he hits his threes here and there. But the way he facilitates the offense is kind of like a Draymond Green. It's weird. I'd give him his props. It's kind of like a Draymond Green. And you have Siakam, obviously, which I think will probably be guarded by OG and then Dante on Tyrese. I think that'll be the matchups. And then Isaiah Hartenstein and Miles Turner, which I think that's where the advantage is for the Pacers. With Miles Turner being able to stretch the floor and the Knicks not able to, it creates more... When you're out in the break, it creates more space, I would say, because you want your center to be diving in a fast break, but if it's not there and he can stretch out the floor, it's a three. Now, if he can hit it consistently, who knows? This might be a whole different series. But with all that being said, again, I don't know about the Knicks' health because they are missing Bogdanovic as we speak. And then I think that's it. And because I'm pretty sure Mitchell Robinson played Game 6. So I'm pretty sure he'll be fine going into the series. Pacers, I don't think are missing anybody in this series. So I think that's good for them. I do still have the Knicks coming out in this series. I do think this series will probably go 7 games, which I do feel bad for because I think whoever wins this series is going to be tired, like heavily exhausted going into the conference finals. Because they're both so fast paced where this might be one of the highest scoring playoff series I think we can see, in my opinion. Because Pacers love to get out and run. If you've seen them play during the season or seen them playing even against the Bucks, most of their offense is fast break points and creating stops and like getting turnovers. Now the Knicks are kind of the same way. They don't get that many like loose balls, but they can really sit down on defense. And if they grab a rebound, they're not gonna slow that pace down. They're gonna get out and run. And same with the bench for the Celtics and Cavs. I do think the bench will have to play a part. Obviously, again, you're missing Bogdanovic, who on the Pistons was a 20-point per game scorer as a number one option. Miles McBride has been good off the bench, but do I think he can carry you off the bench? I don't know. I think their starting lineup will have to do a lot of the work. Pacers are missing Benedict Mathurin, but he didn't play last series, so I think they'll be fine. And again, I think I have the Knicks out in this series in 7 or 6, somewhere around there. Now, to the next series. Next series. We have the series that just happened. Timberwolves and Nuggets. Now, I didn't get to watch this game, so obviously I know the Timberwolves are up 1-0, but I didn't get to see like what they did to become up 1-0, so I'm not gonna have too much input on this because obviously they played already, so I don't want to say anything that they've already done. Now, again, a lot of people have said the Timberwolves have the best option to beat the Nuggets, considering my man Rajon Rondo said it. That they have the two big lineup with Cat and Rudy Gobert, and they have multiple bigs to throw at Jokic. I can't tell if my phone's moving, but they have multiple bigs to throw at Jokic. They have Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, and Cat. Cat is a bad perimeter defender, but when it becomes post, I would say he's above the marginal. The marginal, I think it's called. Then you have Rudy Gobert, obviously second. I mean, he's about to win D-Boy. But in my opinion, in this series, I still have the Nuggets coming out in 7. I'm not going to change my prediction off of that one game because I don't know what happened for that to happen. But I'm pretty sure Jamal Murray didn't play good that first game, and for them to win this series, they're gonna have to get going. And also, the bench of the Nuggets is going to have to get give some sort of good minutes. Now, in the Lakers series, they weren't giving like Reggie Jackson. I'm pretty sure was the only like consistent scorer off the bench, at least giving you 5, maybe 7 a game. Christian Braun, who was great last season in the playoffs, coming off the bench, has to step up in a big way. I think Reggie Jackson is doing all right. I don't know who else. They have Payne Watson sometimes coming off the bench, who I think they need to step up. And again, Michael Porter Jr. has been that guy for the first round playoff series. That was their second best player. But I do think at some point, I don't know when it's going to be if they didn't start it this game, you're gonna have to start double teaming Anthony Edwards. Like, now I'm not saying like you might want to blitz him off a screen or something like that, but I don't think you blitz him on the catch. Because what you see a lot of players doing, and it mainly happens to Jokic, which I think is really stupid, is they'll send the double off the catch, and I don't think it's the best idea. I think it's better when you double off the dribble. Because when you're doing it off the dribble, they have to react more faster. Now, it might be different because they're NBA players, are the best in the world. But I feel like if they're on the catch and you send the double, once they take that one dribble, the whole defense rotates. Whole defense. And they're going to figure out where to go. With Jokic and Luka being those two great passers. Even though I'm not talking about Luka, but Jokic is still one of those great passers. He's going to find out where to go with the ball. And Eric Gordon in that dunker spot has been amazing for them. He can't stretch the floor as much as they wish, but him in the dunker spot has been amazing. Now, for the Timberwolves side of the ball, I think they have an advantage still with Anthony Edwards if they don't do the doubling thing, because I don't think anyone on the Nuggets can really match up with him. Caldwell Pope, yeah, he's a good perimeter defender, but I don't think, how do I say this in like not a mean way? Like Anthony Edwards that's food. I'm sorry. That's food to Anthony Edwards. Now, it might be some tough buckets here and there, but I think he can still go for a lot. I'm dragging this video, so I'm going to skip past this, and I'm going to go to the next series because this video is getting long. Now, Mavs and Thunder. Now, I really don't know who's going to win this series. Like if I wanted to give a prediction right now, I really don't. I couldn't. Because I do think, like, in the back of my mind, right, the Thunder are one of the best teams, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to the finals. Their team is that good. They have honestly maybe the MVP if Luka doesn't get it, what I think is crazy. They have a young rising star in Jalen Williams. They have a defensive mastermind in Lou Dort. Chet Holmgren, who's a great rim protector and could put the ball on the floor as a 7-footer. Josh Giddey, who we saw it started picking up at the end of the season where you saw what Josh Giddey was doing last season and seeing if he can improve from it, and that was getting triple doubles, 10 boards, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He was, facilitate the offense. Now, on the Maverick side, they still have, before I go to Maverick side, they still have Isaiah Joe who comes off the bench, and he's a sharpshooter off the bench. I'm pretty sure his name's Carson Wallace, I think. And they still have Gordon Hayward, who I don't think can be he can really be a big factor in this series, but I don't think we'll see it because, again, he's not really incorporated to the offense as much. But let's switch to the Maverick side. Again, they have the MVP, maybe, if Shai doesn't win it. I don't think Jokic should win it this year, but I think one of them should win it. Who else? They have Kyrie, who we saw give the Clippers pain in Game 6. Pain. I had Clippers in 7. PJ Washington, who has been a great addition to the team, bringing force, energy. Same with Daniel Gafford. They brought force, energy. Daniel Gafford's a great rebounder, great paint protector. PJ Washington can stretch the floor. We've seen him get buckets if he needs to. And also he can play defense, which is also a big part of this team because, as I said, I didn't say it, but the two guards that I did say, their defense isn't up to par, I would say. I don't know how to really explain it, but they also have Derrick Jones Jr. who can really side their feet. Now, off their bench, again, they have Josh Green, I think Maxi Kleber is the one that's hurt, so I think Dwight Powell will be getting extra minutes. I forget which one's hurt between the two. I forgot. But yeah, I think this series can really go either way. I wouldn't be mad about who won. I wouldn't be mad if the Thunder win. I wouldn't be mad if the Mavericks win. I think these two teams are great. And I don't think one stands about the rest. Now you're probably saying, but neither does the other teams. I don't know. But if I had to give a prediction as of right now, I'd probably say Mavs in 7. Now, I think this is where experience does kick in. Because, yeah, you versed the Pelicans in the first series, but they're missing their best player. But yes, again, the Pelicans have been in the playoffs almost their entire time when I was on. But I still do think experience kicks in here. I think Luka and Kyrie might be a little too much for them. I don't know who's going to guard Kyrie on the... It probably might be Lou Dort on Luka and Jalen Williams on Kyrie. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But I do think the Mavs will be a little too much for them. I think the offense will just be a lot to handle, especially with the Luka passing and all that. And then Kyrie just taking you off the dribble. Oh, my God. That... But again, I wouldn't be surprised if they win. I wouldn't if the Thunder win. But yeah, that's my prediction. So if my predictions all go swell, it should be Celtics and Knicks and Nuggets and Mavs, which I would die for those two series. Now, I don't know who plays tonight, but I will be in tuned. So I should be back here tomorrow. But this video is dragging out, so I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.